Hello everybody, Hassan Shariq, regulated Canadian immigration consultant, back with another video, back with another immigration update. So just few hours ago, we had an express entry draw, which was expected and anticipated. Usually it used to happen on Thursdays. So again, we are back to the norm. We've seen that IRCC has been conducting draws every 2 weeks. So it was about time. Um, Being a targeted draw, only applicants from the PNP class have been invited in this. Again, we see that this seems to be the trend right now, and IRCC continued with the same trend where they're not inviting offshore applicants at this stage. The CRS distribution as it stood on 12th of May has been shared as well. And very honestly speaking, it's not as favorable as I would have expected it for applicants who are outside of Canada and have high CRS around 450s and 460s. So let's see the details of today's draw and the CRS distribution and discuss what implications it will have, what impact it can have for people who are in the pool. So we are on Government of Canada's official website, and the specific web page is where we have the express entry rounds of invitations and all the details for that. If we scroll down, we can see the details of the latest draw that happened. This was draw number 147, happened on May the 13th. The specific class which was targeted was provincial nominee class. 529 invitations were issued. The CRS of the lowest rank applicant was 718. So rounds of invitations happening regularly. Again, targeted draws, people who have provincial nominations or who are in Canada are being invited right now. We also have the CRS distribution. And this is how the express entry pool stood on May the 12th, a couple of days ago. So this is the details, and to discuss how I see things right now and in comparison from the past, I have the data from the last draw that happened and where IRCC shared the CRS distribution within the express entry pool as on 27th of April. So doing some comparisons, if we see between 601 to 1200, there is an increase of about 22 people. Between 500 to 600, we see about 100 more people moving into that range. So there is 120 more applicants within the top range, where 500 to 1200. The important CRS range of 451 to 500, we see that there is a decline of about 300 in this range. But where I said that in the introduction of the video that the CRS distribution within the pool is not really looking as favorable as many of us would have wanted it, or as I was sort of predicting. If you look at the subdivision of the score range between 451 to 500, so the top three brackets, which is 471 to 500, all three of them have seen an increase in number of applicants with these scores. We see 89 more people between 491 to 500, 193 more between 481 to 490, and about 500 more within the score range of 471 to 480. So although the overall number between 451 to 500 has had a decline, but this decline is about 1,000 odd people. This has been seen within the score range of 451 to 470, the lower strata. So for a lot of you who are offshore applicants, especially the Federal Skilled Worker Program applicants and have scores of 460s, this is not so good news. Because if we have a Federal Skilled Worker draw right now, the CRS might not come down as much as we had anticipated. Because say, for instance, if there is about 3,000 people to be invited, if a draw happens right away, that clearly seems that the CRS might actually be 470 and above. The one positive that we can all anticipate and maybe pray and wish is that if there is a CEC draw which happens in next few days, and because we've seen that about 3,000 applicants are usually invited in all the CEC draws that have happened recently, we might see the top tier applicants over here move out of the pool, and then we might be hopeful that people with slightly lower CRS might have better chances. The overall number of people in the pool have had a decline, about 700 people less compared with how it was 2 weeks ago, and that's precisely because many people are not able to take IELTS or other language tests or have their ECS done. So not as many people are able to get into the pool. And then there's a lot of people whose profile might be expiring, or their IELTS and stuff might be expiring, so they've kind of moved out of the pool. So looking at the overall picture, very honestly, the CRS distribution is not all that favorable for applicants who are offshore and have 450s and 460s. If there is another draw, and we've seen that in last few weeks, IRCC has conducted multiple draws in a week as well. So we might see a CEC draw happening soon. If that happens, then there is possibility that it will be favorable for people with high CRS, or the offshore applicants. Right now, very honestly, this does not really depict a very good picture for people with 450s and 460s. That's all from my side for today, for this video. Till the next time that we meet, take care.